Hello everybody! Let's just dive in and ask how we can create this amazing abstract sci-fi kinda spacey look in Blender. For this demonstration, for this YouTube, I will use Blender 3.6 and also Blender 3.3 I will show you in a minute. So let's just dive in and create a new Blender. By the way, I will just use a camera and torus and particles. You will see in a minute. The camera is not moving. We are thinking like the camera is moving, but basically the camera is staying on the X or Y axis. So the torus is moving and we see there is a particle on it and the camera is rotating. Press G first to move it. So now I can move it as much as I want. So G and X, and I can move it all the way inside of the torus. So the camera right now is facing down of the torus, but she's still inside. So all I want to do, just move the camera. She will move like inside of the torus. So it will be like the tunnel effect. Rotate and X once again. And we can put it here. By the way, I can just put 90 degrees, and enter. Basically, what we want to do is only to see the visibility of the camera because it can be a little bit confusing. I want to work on the right side of the viewport, and on the left side, I just want to see my composition. So I will just press camera. You can see the camera here. Go to here and viewport display, and we'll press here. So I'll show you again. By doing that, basically I'm making everything invisible. So only the viewport of the camera will be displayed. So right now we are seeing the camera is not quite inside of the tunnel. So maybe we will make the camera, let's put 28. So it's look much better now. Make the torus a little bit more subdivided. While we're pressing on the torus, if we will be on the edit mode, press tab. We make it a little bit more subdivided. I like it to be procedural, add modifier, subdivision surface. We want to make it rotate on the Z axis. By the way, if for some reason your origin point it's on this side, so it will rotate from this. It will rotate from this angle, and we don't want it to do it. So all we have to do, object, set origin to geometry. All right, basically we want to take the origin point to the center of the geometry of the shape. Let's put the cursor in the middle of the viewport, Shift S, cursor toward origin, and it will be much easier for us. And all I have to do is just press the torus and move it on the Z axis. I basically bought an add-on called Energy Preset from the Bcon effect. Bcon add-on effect bundle. I'm still going to recommend that you will check this add-on pack. By the way, I'm not affiliated by this creator. This is only my own personal opinion. I really like these add-ons. So the energy effects add-on called $28 and the quick particles effect called $23. So this is why I prefer to buy all the bundle. This is the energy where you have a lot of nice preset to create the internal thing, the beautiful line shape. And the particles, it's by the quick particle add-on. So basically what this add-on do is creating very nice looking shaders. I use this energy brick element. You can make it green, yellow, red, whatever you want. But because it only sticks to the brick, I want to use the shader and put it on my torus. You can make it invisible so it will not disturb us. And go to the torus and basically just take the energy and put it as material. We already start to see these shapes. But if you don't like the material preview, play with the brick. So it will be easier for you to control it. And it's affecting the torus also. What I want to do is to create the effect that the camera is going straight or forward inside this tunnel. We are rotating, not the camera. So the torus is the one is moving. So you see the torus is moving. You see, is moving. We want to start by pressing I. All right, rotation. And go to the end of the scene. The Blender default is going 250, 360 multiplied by 2, and 720 multiplied by 2. 1440. For me, it's okay. I want to move it, to move the cursor of the timeline here. Want to start move the torus. So I will move the torus. Please pay attention to this area, all right? And all I want to do is just, we will move it 360 degrees. We can see it here on the top. Rotation 360 degree along the Z-axis. And enter. We already move it, but we have to put the keyframe. So just press I, rotation, and that's it. Now we have a very smooth and nice rotation. By the way, if your screen for some reason is moving very slow, you can go to the playback here and frame dropping. So it will run smoother a little bit. One more thing, you see there is a little bit gray washed on the background. So all we need to do is just go to the shader editor. We want to go here and go to the shader editor and use world, all right? Make it black. It's gray, it's washed. We want to make it all black. You see, it starts to go very slow and then start to accelerate because the keyframes are not linear. If you go to the graph editor and we go and press the torus, we will see this is the animation. All right, so when you will be on the graph editor, you can do it normalize. So it will be a little bit hard to see it. So it's very hard to do it. So I'm strongly recommend that you will press the normalize here. And then we will see in a much closer way the keyframe. If you want to extend it, so control and play with the middle mouse button. So basically what happened to the animation, we want to make it constant, linear. So all you can do is just select these two keyframes or just press A and right mouse button and go to linear. So linear, so it starts from 1 and end. You see it's still looping, all the time looping. We want to make the camera to rotate a little bit. All right, this is the camera. We want to make it rotate on the Y-axis. By the way, on Blender, if you press on one object and press Shift and H, we will make only the object visible, only the object that's selected. And if you want to return it, so Alt H. This is the Y, the green line. So we'll do rotate and Y. Start to move something like that. See, it's moving a little bit. It's moving. Let's start from 0 keyframe. Press rotate R and Y. So we will lock it on the Y-axis. But before that, we'll press I, only rotation. We will go to the end of the timeline. Let's move it 360. I think it will be nice. So R, Y, and 360. And don't forget, I, rotation. So we are seeing the camera is moving. The camera is not linear also. And that's it. We have a looping animation. And if you want to see the exact time that you are creating that, Control T. See? The timeline is changing. So the torus is moving on the Z-axis. All right, we can make it forward, we can make it forward, we can make it backward, up to you. So we will make this illusion like the camera is inside of a tunnel and the camera is rotating by the Y-axis. By the way, for this tutorial, I make it unsubdivided and right now I want to make it subdivided again. All I have to do is just make it smooth. We can see. Look on the left side of the screen. We can make it even a little bit more. The shapes looked more smooth. Also took the quick particles from the Bcon add-on elements. We want to put the particles on the torus. Add particles. This is also very nice. So you can put a force so it will look like they're flying in the cyberspace. I prefer the static. Dynamic, it's like they are falling, they are flying in the air. I prefer it to be static. Let's put 5,000, maybe 200, and make them small a little bit. Okay, it's look nice, but we can add one more thing. This is why I prefer to use Blender 3.6 because real-time compositing, and the compositor is on the left side and the 3D viewport is on the right side. Go to render mode and go to this very small down arrow and go to or camera or always. Basically, what it's doing, the compositor will only be on real-time compositing while you're on the camera mode or always. Let's say leave it on camera. We will go to the compositor mode. Let's put some glare. Shift A, glare. And we put it here on the viewer. Faux glow. Don't forget to put it also on the compositor because it will not render. It will just render on the viewport. This is the glowing. It's look washed out, very nice. And we want to put RGB curve. Very nice thing that I really found out, film-like. This is the white area, the highlight. This is the shadow areas. So if you will raise it a little bit, it will look a little bit fadey, look a little bit dreamy. Let's go and search lens distortion. And we can make a very small distorted and very small, not too much to the positive side. Very small touch. You can make it something like here, maybe jitter, more or less. Don't forget to put it on the compositor. So basically, this is the compositing. All we have to do is just render it. You can do it on 4K if you have a slow computer, so make it full HD. Let's divide it by 2. And 60 frame, this is my recommendation. I don't like to export on PNG. I like to export on OpenEXR. They cost very less for one rendering. Some people saying they are exporting in much quicker way and they are not put a lot of effort on your hard drive. Prefer DWAB lossy. And all you have to do, you can make it float full, float half. I did try it, I did test it, and it's look very good. Let's make an export. So this is the EXR, I already exported. We can export it without the compositor. So basically we will have only this. And then you can put it on another video editor and do this post-processing effect. I'm strongly suggest that you will export only on XR or PNG or JPEG and not export by F video because it's very heavy on your GPU and from some reason your computer can crash and you will lose all your exports. DJV, it's a very nice software that can read EXR files. So let's open and then you can scribble around and see all your nice animation. And that's it. Hope you like it. Please leave a like, subscribe if you want. Really appreciate it. And see you soon on the next video.